What is the state of COD Ghosts in 2023 on PC? First, we'll start with the good. Maps in this game are pretty unique, considering what we got before it. Their layout is asymmetrical, not the standard 3-lane maps that you'd see in any other Call of Duty from the same time. This proves to be both incredibly refreshing when first playing the maps, but a boon quite later, which I'll discuss in a moment. The map destruction is something very fun to experience when a particular score streak is activated, providing a sort of levolution that wasn't seen in previous Call of Duty maps. Each map having a sort of destroyed counterpart layout is incredibly interesting and shows that there's at least some care put into the game, especially since they changed the entire layouts of some portions of the maps. One thing you may notice when you try to play this game online on multiplayer is that there's just not a lot of people playing it. There's multiple reasons for this, primarily being that the game is 10 years old. It was not popular and bombed on reception, and I'm playing on PC, where a lot of people really played it on consoles. However, I was still able to find some surprisingly full TDM lobbies to play some games, and across approximately 25 multiplayer matches, I only ran into about 3 matches with cheaters, and it was just one cheater. I was able to back out and find a lobby in about 5 minutes anyways to get away from him, so it worked out fine. The people were usually very nice, also just wanting to relive the COD of their past and bask in the nostalgia once more. There'd be some fun banter in the alt chat and some compliments and even idle conversation. It felt good. The gunplay is pretty nice. Some of the weapons feel really good, especially the Ripper and the Honey Badger. There's some really weird recoil patterns going on here. I think it's kind of randomized, but even then, it didn't really detract from the experience that much. The time to kill in this game is a lot lower than it is in newer CODs, so it kind of made up for it a little bit there. Leveling up actually felt like a reward again, as every new level provided me with squad points, which is the game's currency, which allows you to unlock weapons, attachments, operators, class slots, and perks. I really like this system. Guns aren't blocked by level, so if there's a really good gun that you want, you can have it by level 5 rather than level 55. Makes that barrier of entry not as large. The customization goes kind of in depth too. Game modes are pretty cool in this game. There's a couple unique ones. Rescue is the one that comes to mind mainly. I only got to play it once or twice in the last couple days, but it was really fun. I wish they would bring it back. I was talking to someone that I know that said that it was their favorite game mode that the game introduced, and I think I would agree with them. It's really fun. I wish they would bring it back. I was only able to play it in the squads section of the game, which is actually pretty cool in and of itself. It lets you play against AI with your own AI team and earn multiplayer XP. So if you can't find a multiplayer lobby, you can still level up and unlock stuff and progress through this game mode. Extinction is a game mode I feel like a lot of people never really gave a chance, though I understand why. It's quite linear, ammo can be a big issue, you can't replace your secondary weapon, and if you're playing with people that really know their stuff, the challenge is essentially gone from it. I only got to play Point of Contact as well as the first DLC map with the snow, but I have played the third DLC map or the second DLC map with the Kraken and had a blast. Never was able to beat it though when I was a kid. Maybe I will in the future, but I don't know. I think Extinction is a very nicely done secondary game mode. Just putting that out there. I'm going to move on to the bad now. Starting with the counterpoint of the maps, they're just too goddamn big. If you look at the layout of any of the maps from the game, you'll understand what I mean. When you see that the map layout is just confusing, there's a lot of nooks and crannies, then you realize that on some of these maps, there's 3 or 4 layers of this on top or beneath it. It's too much. These maps are really designed for 8v8 or 10v10. It can take forever to find anybody. It harshly impacts the game's otherwise great flow. Kill streaks. Dear Lord, these have to be some of the worst score streaks I've ever seen in any game. The removal of the UAV was a great idea. I don't have to keep looking at the sky to prevent myself from getting killed every 2 seconds. But the replacement was not it. It literally does nothing unless you can somehow coordinate with your team to place down multiple of them at the same time. Or you save up multiple yourself and then place them down together. I wish they'd just removed it from the game and made the radar jammer cheaper. I believe the next score streak is the guard dog, which is honestly equally useless. Your furry friend has a particularly bad AI and really only ever gets a kill after you're already dead, so it doesn't really count towards your next kill streak. Also, they're really easy to kill. I don't think I was ever pressed by anyone that had one. It just was so easy to kill, it didn't really matter. The Oracle may be one of the worst versions of the SR-71 Blackbird / Orbital VSAT I've seen in a Call of Duty. Enemies' full bodies are pinged in the world, but they're ephemeral, lasting only about a second. This makes it really hard to see and use, and honestly, it's not fun to use at all, because you're scrambling around looking in the map to see where people are, and if you miss the ping, you don't see where they are. Aside from that, that's really all the bad things that I experienced playing the game again. It actually held up pretty well, I think. But thank you for watching. This is kind of different from anything I've done. This is very long form content for me. I don't know if there's going to be 5 or 6 minutes long, but usually I'm sticking to doing 30-second stuff. So if you made it this far, thank you. If you liked it, thanks. I'm going to try and do this for Black Ops 2, maybe, if I get that. Do that again. Maybe Modern Warfare 2, 2009 as well, because those games are very fun, and I feel like a lot of people like them, and it's cool to kind of go back and see what they're like now. So thanks for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.